Welcome to CalmWaves, powered by MCTC, a podcast where we discuss people, ideas, and changes that shape the future of the maritime industry. My name is Nichole, Stylianou, and I'm MCTC's Health and Wellbeing Consultant. Being a seafarer is rewarding, but at the same time is challenging. So being away from home for a long time, feeling isolated, and on top of that, having to eat stimulant foods like high sugar or high processed foods might increase the stress levels that we have. Today, we have with us Zeina Kreichaty, which is a lifetime coach and hypnotherapist. But we would love to hear from you a little bit about yourself. We would appreciate your input and anything that you will say is so valuable to us. Welcome to our podcast.
Thank you, Nichole, for the introduction. It's a very interesting podcast, actually. And as you said, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist. I am focused on everything related to anxiety and stress, and I'm an executive coach. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about, based on your questions, of course, about, how we can help ourselves when we are away in the sea for a very long period of time. And it's very easy to drift, very easy to go into the stress mode,
Yes.
very easy to develop anxiety, but it's very easy to get out of it. And I'm going to help our listeners today so they can have some little tips on how they can do that.
Yes, this will be very, very important for us because we see a lot of cases, and especially after COVID, a lot of anxiety and high stress has developed on board the vessels. And it's really, really important to feel that they have the support from the right people to help them to overcome any issues they might be having. So the first question I have for you is resilience, a word we hear a lot.
Yeah.
So what does it mean, mental resilience, and how we can cope it in our everyday life?
Very good question.
Yes.
Okay, let me start by giving you an image. An image that works as well with seafarers because they know that very well. So mental resilience is like, I want you to imagine with me a ship in the middle of the sea and the anchor.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a good anchor, there are lots of waves, there might be lots of winds, but the ship is quite stable because of that strong anchor. Mm-hmm. So the mental resilience is our anchor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a muscle. It's not the lack of stress. It's not us not reacting to stress, because it won't be natural not to react to stress. We are humans. We all have stress. And, statistics show that 70% of people are suffering from stress, and almost all the time. But the good, when you have a mental resilience, Nichole, you can bounce back very quickly.
Yes.
Like you will go like this, but then you know how to stand up very quickly. Mm-hmm. This is the mental resilience. And it's very important to say that we are not born with that mental resilience.
Okay.
So it's like a muscle that we need to work on. We develop it. We develop it with time, with wisdom, with experiences, with the right tools. We develop this mental resilience, and we need it. All of us need mental resilience.
Yes, sometimes it's difficult, though, to find the strength to have our balance back based on the case. But I am sure that the more you are exercising on it, it will be easier maybe to come back to our balanced state, let's say.
That's very true. And it's not only the exercise. You started by saying something very important. You spoke about COVID.
Yes.
And you said that after COVID, a lot of the people have developed stress responses that are higher.
Yes.
We are creatures that are built on connections.
Mm-hmm.
And during COVID, unfortunately, a lot of us lost these connections. And when you experience this lack of connection, it brings you back to the tribal mind that we are born with. And this tribal mind tells us that it is not safe to be disconnected, because when you are disconnected, when we used to live in the tribes and in the jungle, being disconnected means that you are really under a lot of threat. You might be attacked.
Survival mode, maybe.
Exactly. You are on survival mode. So when we talk about seafarers, and when, like everyone else, they experience disconnection, and maybe for us it stopped at after COVID, but for them it was a continuous experience that maybe reminded them of a time they were separated for long periods of time from their families and loved ones. So what helps to build resilience is always remember that it is in our hands to build those connections, even if we are in the sea.
Yes, of course.
If it makes sense.
I totally agree with you. Something that we talk about it all the time. The isolation is the worst enemy against mental resilience and feeling alone and not belonging anywhere, having nobody to talk to. So it's something that we're going to discuss later on, that being part of a group and feeling that you belong somewhere, it's the first barrier. If you break this barrier, is the first asset to being actually happy and
very
healthy.
True. Very true.
Yes. I have another question for you.
Go ahead.
So when life throws you unexpected challenges on our way, what's one of the most effective strategies you've seen for bouncing back quickly without letting stress spiral? That's a bit a long question, but to make it short, is when you have a very, very bad situation going on, or very negative, to say it in simpler words, how we can stand up to our feet again. And this might be helpful not only to seafarers, but anyone listening to us today.
Of course. Listen, it's not the event. I always say that. It's not the event that we experience. It's how we interpret the event and how we respond to the event that affects us.
Yes.
Okay? And that is a golden rule. So I will repeat for our listeners. We all pass through stress and triggers and problems and issues. There's no point hiding from them. They will come, okay? It's how we react and how we interpret and how we look at the event. So the key point is to change the glasses with which we look at the event that is happening in our life, and how we can change or how we can look at that. We have two things that are very powerful that I will brief you about. Those tools are the words we say to ourselves,
yes,
and the pictures we put in our head.
Yes, that's so powerful, actually.
Very powerful, because unfortunately, our mind is made in a way that it is listening to every single thing we are saying, and it is on standby. All what our mind wants is to keep us safe on the planet,
yes,
and to take us away from any source of pain. Now, what is pain? We inform our mind. So if we are, let's take an example of the seafarers first. If we are in the sea and something happened and we had to delay, for example, 2-3 weeks to come back. I'm saying anything. I don't really know what happens exactly. But as an example, they were delayed to come back and they were so looking forward to go and reunite with their family. And this is stressful and frustrating. It's very important to use the right words, because when we start saying things like, I can't cope with this is too much to handle, I am not built to be away for such a period of time, I'm losing it, I feel trapped, the mind takes things literally.
Yes.
So when we say, I feel trapped, our mind will immediately think that we are in a situation where we are not safe. And the response would be, because the language of the mind to get us out of an unsafe situation is anxiety. That is the only way the mind talks to us.
Yes.
So it will give us anxiety to get out and escape of that situation, flight and fight.
Yes.
Okay? So it's giving us this anxiety to escape, but I can't escape. I'm in the middle of the sea. The mind doesn't know all this. For the mind, when you tell things like, I'm trapped, I am unhappy, my life is a disaster and I need to get out, and you start imagining and putting pictures in your mind how you're really in this trap, you will start feeling anxiety, and that there is no way around it. So how we can counter that? By saying the right words, even if we're not meaning it. That's another thing, very important. Some people would say, but I don't feel what I'm saying. I feel trapped. I can't say I feel I'm okay and I can cope and I'm well, because I will be lying.
Yes.
We should lie. We should lie because there is no other way. The only tools we have are the words and the pictures. And our mind will leave us alone, and it will give us this mental strength to keep going until we can get out of the situation.
Wow, that's so very, very, very interesting what you said, because hearing that on how to respond and how we see the pictures, the negative ones or the positive, depending on the situation. But now we talk about negative. But also being aware what it happens inside the body, like when we are stressed, the hormones that are released, and this fight or flight mode that we say many times. I always like to give this input that when we are in this stress or anxiety state before burnout or close to feeling burned out, the body sends an alarm. So the first system of the body that is affected is the digestive system, the gut and brain relationship. That is nice to say here now. Is releasing a lot of hormones to give us this extra strength to find the solutions you were talking about. And it's really messed up. It's messing up our metabolism, and then it's messing up the way we digest, the way we relax after we are eating maybe a stimulant food. And then we are very sensitive to many chronic illnesses. The immune system drops. True. So it's everything connecting.
True. And since you're talking about that, I have a question for you here.
Yes.
What can help? I know that seafarers are on board,
yes.
Okay? And sometimes the choices are not really big. And we're just making the connection between the mind and the body. You just said it.
Mm-hmm.
So what can help those people? What can they eat to help them reset their nervous system, to help the digestion, the metabolism, all those things that you have mentioned?
Well, yes, actually, the food that we eat can be one of the factors that will help us have the right pictures or lie to ourselves, not to say as a lie, but to give our body the positive feelings. There are some vitamins and minerals and proteins and the carbohydrates, all the macronutrients and the micronutrients, the small and the big ones, so to say, that help to release the positive feeling hormones like serotonin or the strengthening ones, some enzymes that they co-work in the ATP cycle that gives us energy, or the way the brain is working to make us being relaxed after we are being stressed for a long time. So many foods are there. Some of them are omega-3s that trigger the brain. We have the magnesium that is very, very important. It's important to be able to release melatonin at nighttime, so it helps us with sleep as well. Protein is also important because, especially if we have vegetarians on board or kind of not eating red meat or not eating animal protein, we need to make sure that they take a lot of plant-based protein to meet the essential amino acids, because essential ones you only get from diet and mainly from animal protein, but you can get it also if you combine many, many different plant proteins. Because if you lack of these ones, you lack of basic amino acids that also working for the brain, releasing the positive hormones or the cognitive function and all this. Another thing that I always say is to have a balanced lifestyle. Let's say, don't skip breakfast. Try to have something. It helps for the from the metabolism, and also it regulates the glucose in the body. And we have many statistics on that. It also regulates how the digestive system reacts to food, because many people, they eat stimulant foods, as I said previously, like high sugar or processed food, and all these, they affect the way we absorb.
So
yes,
it's safe to say that high sugar and not very healthy food does not help regulating our nervous system.
Of course, no. Because what it does actually, it gets us to this level, you said before, feeling happy, but it's like a fake happiness that you get it from sugar or
Le rush.
yes,
Rush.
or
Yeah.
substance abuse.
Yeah.
Unfortunately to say, or alcohol, or
Yeah.
smoking, all these negative habits or wrong habits, let's say. So the mind then sends again the signal that I want to be in this level again. So they want to intake the high sugar foods. So
Yeah. Interesting.
yes.
Interesting. Yeah.
So, okay, I would like also to ask you about the stress situation. So on a ship, might mess up our sleeping pattern. Can you help us and give us some ways on how we can have a better quality sleep, or not disturbing kind of sleep, let's say?
Yeah, listen, when we don't sleep, it's our mind as well that is not at rest.
Yes.
Because we are born to sleep at any time, in any situation. Look at babies. Babies, they can sleep anywhere, in the car with a lot of noises behind, sometimes on the hand of the mother where she's talking at a loud voice. So we are trained from our birth to sleep anywhere. When we don't sleep, our mind is not at rest.
Yes.
And I'm talking from a mental health point of view. Of course, you can add stuff related to nutrition, I'm very sure. But this is why practicing relaxation of our nervous system before sleeping is important. Taking long, deep breath. Usually we take a deep breath and we hold it in and we exhale longer, because when you exhale longer, and it has proven, it calms the fight and flight response. It tells the mind and the body that you are safe. And because mind and body are very much connected, you need as well to calm the body. So when you calm the body, it sends signals to the mind that you are safe. And when you calm the mind, it sends signals to the body that you can let go and just sleep. So, you know, I'm not going to repeat the things that you find. You can read about them everywhere. Those things, how you can't turn your phone before sleeping and all these stimulants. Most importantly is when something is on your mind, and especially when you are in the sea. It's not good to keep it for yourself alone, because it is very easy to drift into this tunnel of negative thought.
Yes.
And you can create and become, we're very creative, by the way.
Yes.
The problem is that we create negatively.
Yes.
So
what I notice on that is that when you have a negative thought and you go in this tunnel, that's a nice point of view that you said, and you create more negative things and you create a scenario, and then the situation may not exist at all, but in our minds we already went to a point, yes, that it's a whole story behind it that doesn't exist.
Exactly.
So that's
exactly. If you're worried about something, if there's something about your health that is worrying you, if there is someone at home, back home, that you're worried about, just do something about it. That's my advice. Don't wait. Just do it. So You're worried about your health? Tell someone that is responsible on the ship, I'm worried about something that I'm feeling and I want to do something about it.
Yes.
Okay? Instead of culminating that thought in your mind and going into scenarios that are not very helpful. You're worried about someone at home? I'm sure that there is a way of communication. Just talk, ask.
Yes.
Don't let it in anything, even when you are on shore, you know. For the people who have a little bit of stress, anxiety related to their health, I really say it's very important not to sleep at the doctors, as we say. But when there is something not relaxing for you, just ask a question, do a little blood test, do something, and then remove it from the buoy.
Yes.
That's very important.
Yes, because if we keep it inside of us, it won't go away.
No.
And that's something important, to have somebody to be able to talk to about relationships, about something bothering at work, especially on the ship that might be under rough weather conditions. Maybe they didn't sleep well because of heavy storm going around.
Yeah, recognize I didn't sleep well.
Yes.
Just say it's okay. It happens. I'm a bit grumpy today. I'm not fine. I will recuperate tonight. If you have some time during the day, just take 15 minutes to recharge. You know, situations do happen. We just need to listen to our body, listen to our mind, and give it the right treatment. That's it.
Yes. Thank you for this input. Yes.
Yeah.
What about if now burnout creeps in? So
Yeah.
we pass the stage of stress, we pass the stage where we experience anxiety. So we are on this curve, and we reach the heavy anxiety, the long-term anxiety, and went into burnout. We feel extremely irritated about everything, negative thoughts, all this. How we can then, from this stage, get back to our feet.
Yeah.
Especially if we are at sea, where, of course, there are lines they can turn to for support, of course. But just we would appreciate your expertise and some input on that.
Yeah. Burnout, from the word, we're burned. It means we have expended and spent every single energy that we have. That's burnout. Okay. And let me just highlight a little bit the signs of burnout.
Yes.
All right. When you're burnt out, you're extremely tired all the time because you have no energy.
Yes.
Okay. You're burning all the time. You're on high alert almost all the time. It's because we're not designed to be on high alert except for 20 minutes when there is an event that happens. And then we need to come back to our relaxed mode. So the second sign could be maybe we can't sleep well. We become frustrated and irritated. We're grumpy. We snap out. We cry easily. So those are the signs of burnout. Once we realize that we are burnout, it means your body, because we're so intelligent, Nichole. You can't imagine how much our mind and our body are intelligent, and they give us signals, and we need to listen. When you are burnt out, your body is telling you and your mind are telling you, stop here, look at me. So, as you said, in the sea, they can't really stop for long periods of time. So, if we can't really prevent it, sometimes we can't. And we didn't prevent it and we didn't pay attention. But it's not the end of the world. When we are burnt out, first of all, we need to recharge well, which means sleeping is a golden rule. We really need to sleep to recharge our system. We need to create more connections and have someone on board or someone we can talk to regularly to share what is going on so we don't feel alone. This is very important. We need to ground ourselves because when you're burnt out as well, you become close on yourself, like you go deep into your own internal state, and again you start having this negative self-talk and feeling alone and feeling depressed and feeling because when you're tired all the time and you have things to do, it becomes really stressful, even more for the person that is experiencing burnout. And there's nothing wrong about saying, you know, guys, I'm not feeling well. And so special attention to the mind, special attention to the nerves, make some meditations, do some exercises. Every few hours, stop and stretch yourself, look at the horizon, talk to someone, to a person you love, recharge. The key word is recharging.
Yes.
Very important to recharge so we're not burned anymore.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Because being able to recognize it, maybe at first somebody might not recognize that they are burnt out, but after they recognize there is a problem, they are experiencing these extremely stressful days and so on. So being able to recognize that and try to recharge, that's the first part, because also a little bit about the hormones again is the cortisol that is being around in our body. And if it's for a long time, it is toxic. And it is one of the main issues of inflammation in the body. So it's really nice to be able to recognize that and find the ways to recharge it. And also with sleep. Because I always like to mention that when we sleep, the body is healing and the brain actually is working for that, towards that.
I want to ask you here, sorry to interrupt, what are some ways to improve our sleep with good nutrition and good habits under a little bit rough situations? How can we do that?
So some ways to have better sleep is, of course, to relax before we sleep, and having our last meal not exactly before bedtime. So having some time to absorb the food and digest. I always tell them, try to sit down and enjoy what you are eating. And having a lighter meal at night, it's important. Just because of the process to digest it, right? So when we are extremely stressed, we suggest usually to avoid the higher acidic foods, sauces, they are highly acidic, or some spices might be affecting at night time if we are having upset stomach. And also an important fact here is to be able to have some extra food that it's calming the intestines, like milk is one of them, like warm milk helps, or a herbal tea sometimes is very helpful. There are fruits that give additional energy, so we suggest those fruits to have them earlier during the day. For example, apples, they give more energy than some other fruit products that are more tending to relax. Another factor is the high processed food, as we said before, or the high sugar foods. Again, they are messing up the quality of sleep, especially if we consume them right before bed or at night time. But we don't say you will not consume them. We are built, as you said, to have those days that we have our comfort food, or our day that we having fun, we are celebrating. But if it's every day like that, or if it's every day this kind of food, then all this come into the place and they are messing up the sleeping pattern.
Yeah, like when I eat late, I can't sleep well. When I eat really late and when I eat heavy, I can't sleep well.
Yes. And if you are used to it, another thing that's nice, now I remember when you said if you eat late, you don't sleep well. So if we are used to having a specific routine, routines are nice in some way because the brain is, I don't know, you will say also your input on that, is setting up a specialized routine that you do every day. So you can go away from this routine, but then it makes you feeling that you are more in control, let's say. So if you have a daily food routine and you are used to that, the days that you eat a higher, let's say, calorie food or higher portion food or higher in sugar, whatever, those days they are upsetting you.
Yeah, the body will say, well, what's going on? What are
you realize it.
Yeah.
If it's every day, then this becomes your routine.
Yeah.
And then you don't understand that there is a problem after some time passes by.
True.
Yes.
True. Thank you. That's very insightful.
Yes. So that's I like the flow of it, and it's so interesting. And this is the point where I would like to make you some questions, like a speed round.
Oh my God! Let's see.
It's gonna be challenging, but fun.
How fast?
I don't want to stress you, so I will try to make it as relaxed as possible. So, what is what is your ultimate comfort food for you?
Oh, I wait for this little piece of dark chocolate.
Oh, wow. That's a nice comfort food, actually. Very helpful for the brain.
Yeah.
Has antioxidants, flavonoids. Is very nice. So that's a good comfort food. Do you have an unhealthy comfort food that you have?
Yeah, of course. I love chips.
Chips, yes.
I love like French fries.
Yes.
But I'm trying to reduce them really because I know that it's, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's very high inflammatory.
Yes, actually, they are high in many things, but I understand your point of view. Because if you get used to having this one kind of comfort food, then you are searching for it and you are looking forward. I am also experiencing that. So what's the first thing you do to rest after a stressful day?
Personally, I have a beautiful Jack Russell, and I take him for a walk, and I just enjoy the walk and stretching.
What's the name of
Richie.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
Actually, we forgot to say having a pet, okay, not on board, but maybe when they return back home, that's a nice...
Such a source of love.
Yes.
Such a source of love.
Yes. So if you could only practice one relaxation technique for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Yeah, I would give that, this is the deep breathing technique that I spoke about, because we can do it anytime. Nobody can notice. Even if we are having a speech or in a high stressful situation, we just can take a deep breath in and hold it in and then exhale for longer. That's amazing.
Wow, that's very interesting. What's one wellness trend you secretly roll your eyes at?
Toxic positivity.
Okay.
That is a concept that a lot of people are talking about, and we don't have to be positive all the time. We can't be positive all the time. So when we're not good, we're not good.
We must say, I'm
we're
not good today.
Yeah.
Like acknowledge that today we feel a bit down.
I'm not well. Tomorrow I'll bounce back because I have mental resilience. But today I'm not good. Just leave me alone and it's okay.
Yes. Yes. So what's a well-being myth you wish people could stop believing?
The well-being myth.
Maybe the being what you said, correct all the time or eating right all the time. This is not good.
Exactly. Like there's no perfection.
Of course.
It's because it becomes stressful.
Yes.
If I want to have my well-being stressing me, I don't want it.
Yes.
You know?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
This is something we always mention, that it's okay to be normal. It's if the eating right or controlling everything is stressing you up, then we forgot the point of...
Yeah, I made a resolution few months back that I need to just have alcohol over the weekend. I don't want to drink at all during the week, although that I don't drink a lot.
Yes.
But just, a
of
glass
wine, yes.
during the weekend. And one day I had a tough day at work with lots of very, very stressful sessions. And when I did them and the result was good, I wanted to congratulate myself. And I felt, why not?
Yes.
I took a little glass of whiskey and
Yes.
you don't feel bad about it. It's done.
It's done.
It happens.
It's like your comfort food.
Yes.
Say, or yes.
Yeah.
I agree. So what's a well-being truth you wish more people knew?
Well-being truth.
Yes.
We are very strong beyond what we really recognize.
Yes.
And we are in full control because we can control our thoughts. When we control our thoughts, that's the only thing we can control. Then we control our feelings and we control our life events.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So if you could create a well-being starter pack with just 3 items, what would be in it?
Good sleep, exercise, and connection.
Yes. Yes, the exercise, we
Very
can't talk 1
important.
hour about it, but
Very important.
yes.
I mean, you can explain much better than me relating to the hormones and oxytocin and all those things, but very, very important.
Yeah, actually, it's as simple as after you finish an exercise or a game. I know many seafarers like basketball.
Yeah,
So, or dancing or
yeah,
walking on some. So after you finish that, you feel so nice.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
yeah.
So what's a quick trick you use to immediately lower stress or tension?
As I said, I'm repeating myself, but the immediate trick is this breathing technique and move around, because it's important to interrupt the cycle of thoughts that is taking us into, because stress and anxiety and all those things, it's always the what if.
So
So bring it to the what is. What is it
Okay.
now? Try to ground yourself one thing at a time.
Mhm.
That's very important.
So that's important. Breathe and try to do something else too.
Yeah, and come back to now.
Mm-hmm. What's one difference you've noticed between how millennials and Gen Z approach self-care or mental health?
That's a very interesting
Yes.
question. And yes, there is a huge difference. Millennials justify mental health. They try to say why they are trying to pursue mental health. Gen Z demand it, and we can see that at work a lot.
Yes, it's changed a lot.
They demand it.
Yes.
It's one of their top priorities.
Yes, that's actually a good point, because if they demand something, they can achieve it and they can earn it and gain it,
Yes.
rather than coping with.
Yes. Nichole, I have a question, if you don't mind, before
Yes.
coming to the end of our podcast. I heard about something very interesting called the personalized nutrition consultation via My Balance.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit, what impact does it have?
Yes, actually, as MCTC, because we understand the importance of all the factors we have discussed today, and eating healthy and having a balanced lifestyle and being able to have mental resilience and all this, we have a support system that we give to the seafarers while they are ashore before they join the vessel, but when they are on board as well. And we offer them a support, a personalized level, and consultations to figure out their nutrition plan based on what they have available on board, because we don't want to stress them more by giving them options that they cannot find, but as well as when they are home with their families, to find something that suits them in their lifestyle.
Okay, and if they have a certain condition like cholesterol stuff, can you help as well in that?
Yes, especially that, because we don't want them to feel left alone and being only as part of a group. We want them to feel that they are valued, because they are valued. They bring the world to us. So they need to have this confidence that somebody has their back ashore. So we try to give them ways to treat or improve, let's say, cholesterol levels. We see high blood pressure cases in younger ages, maybe because of this stress. Yes. So we try to balance this out and give them options that they will have a very strong immune system to fight easier viruses, or to avoid going into this worst case scenario of taking medication. But of course, in cases that they are taking medications, to balance them out by also having the proper nutrition, not only the medication.
Very nice.
We also do many supportive other initiatives, like seminars, to try to help them as much as we can from ashore.
Lovely.
Yes.
This is the connection we're talking about.
Yes.
They would feel connected and supported.
Yes. That's the main goal.
Yeah.
So, yes, going to the last speed round question is, what's the most memorable advice you've ever received? So life or work related, something that you received and you believe it helped you to the most in your lifestyle.
Just do it.
Yes.
Just do it.
Yes.
That's the best advice, because when you think a lot, when you overthink, when you put all the what ifs and all the worst case scenarios, and what if this happens and what if, you just are stuck in a loop that is not nice at all. So just do it.
Just get up and do it. I will actually also try to get a lot of your advices and try it, even if we sometimes know many of them, hearing them and being able to put them in a row makes you achieve more things. So the last but not least question is, what do you want people to take away from today's episode based on our discussion?
Yeah. Mental health is not a complicated issue. They are stronger than they think. When they can control their thoughts, they can control everything in their lives. Controlling the thought means getting back to the present, finding the right words to say to ourselves, and change the narrative. The self-narrative is very important. Give yourself all the tools that would make you feel well. Sleep well, eat well, exercise, talk to somebody, find the connections. You're not alone. And last but not least, always remember that stress, anxiety is something that is very, very, very common. You are not alone in that. You're not different.
Yes. I think I also, one of my things that I will keep is that we are not aliens. We are people. We are alive creatures. So acknowledging that we have a stress some days, it's okay. By this making us find the ways to get out of the stressful situation. So yes, by what you said, we keep that in mind, that we acknowledge that. Yeah, and we try to find the solutions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We can talk for hours.
Yeah.
We are very, very blessed to have you today with us. And
thank you. Thank you for the very interesting questions. And it's always a pleasure to give those little tips to people.
So thank you for listening to today's episode of CalmWaves.